Kylie Jenner might be taking a step back from the reality TV fame, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Let me just fill you in. The most recent episode of The Kardashians featured Kylie Jenner canceling a trip at the last minute, leaving her sisters furious as she refused to show off her romance with Timothée Chalamet to the cameras. The entire Kardashian-Jenner family became executive producers and received equal compensation when they inked a $100 million contract with Hulu. The show's least noticeable character, Kylie, upset her sisters by canceling a planned family vacation to Aspen. Even Kim was surprised that Kylie was coming, adding in confession, "I honestly can't believe Kylie showed up."
But it's always like this. It's always like this.
Although Kylie admitted to being enthusiastic about the trip, her anxiousness increased to the point where she asked to leave, even as the jet was taxiing on the runway, after learning of the plane's delay caused by bad weather. A stewardess informs that the weather will cause a 30-minute delay, but by the time the flight gets to 48 minutes later, the plane is still on the ground. The captain's heard saying, "I just need the visibility and rifle to get a little bit better for us to get in there."
So I just need the visibility and rifle to get a little bit better for us to get in there.
Because right now, the only airport in that area that I can get into is Grand Junction. Kendall asks how far Grand Junction is from Aspen, and Chris says it's at least a 3-hour drive with the snow. I don't think that's safe. I don't like to drive in the snow. The last time I was in Aspen, there were 3 crashes just around. My assistant crashed, Kylie says. While on a grounded private flight, Kylie is told not to talk about crashes. She responds, "I'm just saying I don't want to drive 3 hours in the snow." Chris says in confession, Kylie's anxiety is kicking in, and I totally understand. You know, there's a lot of moving pieces right now. Kylie tells everyone, "I'm here, I'm ready, I'm packed, I'm ready to go. I'm not going to Grand Junction." As they cut to 23 minutes later, with the pilot saying, "I think the best bet is to let me launch to Grand Junction and let me see what the weather is looking like." The pilot says, noting that he will be making progress reports. Kendall asks if he's positive that he can make Grand Junction, and the pilot says, "Oh, 100%. And Kendall says, "Oh, then let's just go." Kylie says in confession, "I'm really good with flying. I am now. I wasn't in the past a few years ago. I've gotten much better, but I am having a lot of anxiety." Kylie tells everyone on the plane, "I've been having a really bad feeling for the last 2 days." As everyone says, "Kylie, why would you say that?" Kylie then adds that she couldn't even sleep the previous night. As Kendall says, "Kylie, the fact that you even put that out there in the universe is one of the weirdest things." And Chloe agrees. That's a terrible thing to say. Kylie asks, "What am I supposed to say? Just keep it inside?" And as Kendall states, "You're not supposed to speak it into existence."
You're supposed to keep, yes. You're not supposed to speak it into existence.
Kylie says in confusion, "I'm just not comfortable right now, and I'm thinking about my kids. I may be dramatic, but I feel like something isn't safe." Kylie tells them all, "I just have a really bad feeling." As the family isn't sure how to react, as Kylie adds, "I don't like these series of events. I think I'm going to get off." Kim insists everything's going to be fine, as Chris says we can go and fly to Grand Junction. But Kylie says, "I don't want to go. I just have a lot of anxiety." Kylie adds as Chloe tells her to tell the guy that she wants to get off, since they have started taxiing down the runway. Chris says in confession, "The minute Kylie says turn the plane around, I want to get off, I know she's serious, and I know the anxiety is overwhelming because now she's really worried." Kendall remarks, "We're already taxiing, now we have to go back in," as Chris informs the stewardess that Kylie wishes to exit the aircraft. Kendall adds in confession, "I've known Kylie since the day she was born, and I'm not discrediting her panic. I don't know why she does this, but it's part of a pattern for her. She's done this many, many times. I think she just thinks she can get away with whatever." Kim and Kendall begin to gripe as the jet stays on the ground while Kylie is on the phone with Chris. But it's always like this. Always effing like this. Kim says, as Kendall adds, "The fact that she always gets out of this is very effing annoying." Chris adds in confession, "I know the other girls are frustrated, but it's one of my babies. Of course I'm gonna understand and not get mad at her. I don't want her to feel anxious." Chris tries to pass the phone to Kendall, but she vehemently refuses, saying, "I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one." Chris asks Kylie if she could find a ride back to the airport. She'd still love for her to join them, but Chloe snaps, "Why don't you just hang up the phone? She's not getting on, just move on." As Kim jokes, "And you're never getting your luggage back." As Chris claims they're about to take off and hangs up, they all start screaming that they're going to wear her clothes. As the plane takes off, Chloe exclaims, "This is going to be a great trip." And Chris confides, "I just hope she'll figure it out, calm down, change her mind, and join us in Aspen." The plane lands as Kim says in confession, "We made it to Aspen -1. It's like so ironic that we're like, Kylie never shows up. Well, she technically technically didn't. She didn't follow through, but I still hope Kylie shows up. As Kris gives them a text from Kylie regarding the jokes they made about her luggage, they all pile into a waiting SUV. Kylie said, "Some of those outfits on the plane are my Paris stuff from designers. I packed some for Aspen, so I know they were kidding, but make sure no one actually wears anything because I won't be able to get more outfits in time for Paris." They all start making jokes as Kim suggests, "Let's undo the stitches," so when she puts it on, it all unravels. As Khloe says, "No, we are definitely wearing it." Kim adds, "I just really can't believe Kylie managed to get out of everything." As Khloe says, she always does. Kris adds in confession, "I know the girls are upset, and they're upset because they wanted to spend time with Kylie." Kendall says in confession, "I definitely get really sad when she kind of bails on things like this because she's my only snowboarding buddy. Everybody else skis and we grew up doing it together, so part of it for sure is just sadness for me. Like, dang, I was excited," she adds. Kris goes on, "I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I have much hope and many prayers going up that Kylie shows up in Aspen. She changes her mind and she's gonna magically appear," Kris adds. "I hope so too, because family turmoil isn't my favorite," which might shock you guys considering I'm currently covering the Kardashians. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments, and we hope you guys have a fantastic day.